Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. Up and at 'em! It's morning! Good morning, Liam. No. And 3, smiles go for miles. Okay, Pokemon, time to get to work. Hooray! Ah, you two, let me give you your assignment for today. Sentry duty, that's what we'll have you do today. I'll leave you to it. Look at the footprint on the top of the screen, okay? Then identify it. Here comes the Pokemon. Okay, so while I do a lot worse than usual on this one, why this one is one day late. Ironically, I played too much Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. This is, I believe, episode 15. I have video recorded to 18 because I got a little carried away. Yeah. On the bright side, I'll probably be able to get episodes out faster. I might have one out on Saturday as well. So, that's nice at least. Marshtomp, yay. And there we go. That's all for today. Now get back here. You've worked an honest day. Let me review your sentry duty performance. Your results were, well done. Good job, you two. Good. Yay. Here are your rewards for your honest effort. As the reward for a job well done, Liam's team received 100 Poke. Also received a Max Elixir. Max Elixir was sent to storage. Also received a Nectar. Nectar was sent to storage. You two, keep that up! We should get some sleep too. Let's make tomorrow another good day, Liam. Okay, good night. The next morning. Up and at 'em, it's morning! Good morning, Liam. No. And 3. Smiles go for miles. Okay, Pokemon. Time to get to work. Hooray! Ah, you two. Let me give you your assignment for today. Look up jobs on the job bulletin board, outlaw notice board, do the list of jobs that'll do for today. Understood? No shirking your work, okay? Well, if you understand, get on with it. Alright, then let's get going. Oh, this is just me checking out usual stuff. And well, in Pokemon news, they revealed a new Pokemon. Today, in fact, Meltan. And what's interesting is a lot of people thought they were just kind of like putting it out there on Community Day because, okay, for the uninitiated, on like the 21st of September, do you remember? the 21st night of December. It was on, like, during the 21st day of September. Oh yeah, here's me trying to see if I can nickname this guy, Johnny Cash, but I cannot, unfortunately. So I guess it's useless. But anyway, people found data for a strange-looking Pokemon in Pokemon Go. It seemed to be where, yeah, I think I talked about this last video. Maybe it wasn't the 21st night of September, I don't know. It might have been the 20th night of September. But anyway, so then, on Community Day, for those who don't play Pokemon Go, on every month, there's a day where for 3 hours, what hours they are depends on your time zone, a certain Pokemon will spawn way more than usual. If you evolve it to its final form, it'll have a special move, and it's got a much, much higher than usual chance to be shiny. So, during that Community Day, for some reason, this weird placeholder Pokemon, or so everyone thought, started to spawn. And people thought this was because, like, oh, people had, found the data. But it wouldn't seem that way, because, like, people started seeing, on Community Day, people started seeing Dittos disguised as it. So everyone was like, oh, it's just damage control. But then, today, they officially announced it, and they had a trailer with, like, 2 characters one's from Pokemon Go, the other's Professor Oak. They're just talking about Meltan, this new mythical Pokemon. But anyway, the interesting thing about that is, I don't know if this has been, like, visually confirmed, but apparently, in the Japanese version, it's the original voice actor for Professor Oak, which means that sadly, since he passed away, it has to be, like, I think it was at least 2 weeks ago when the lines were recorded, meaning, yeah, they planned that all along, and people just found it, like, 1 day earlier than they originally intended for it to be found. So that's pretty interesting, and pretty smooth on Pokemon's part. Yeah. And, like, a lot of people are criticizing its design. Like, if you don't know what it is, just search up, like, I don't know, Meltan right now. Just, like, I'm not gonna be doing anything. This is just, like, farming drinks, I guess. So, yeah. Go look it up if you haven't seen it. Okay, so, yeah, that weird little thing. People are saying, like, oh, I don't like its design. It's uncreative. But, like, Voltorb, Seal. Seal is no doubt the worst offense. Its name is Seal, and it looks like a seal. So yeah, but, like, the Pokemon series has never really, it never has shied away from simple designs. And, like, some people are just like, oh, it's just, like, a little nut on top of a Ditto. But when you think about it, it seems to be based on magnetic putty. Like, if you've ever seen that, like, you could totally stick a nut and, like, a little kind of wire on it, and bam, you'd have, essentially, a Meltan. So that's really interesting. And then, other people are like, oh, I can't believe they're locking out stuff to Pokemon Go. And it's like, it is not even close to being, the first time that the Pokemon Company has done that. Off the top of my head, I can think of, you get a Jirachi in, like, Pokemon Channel or something like that you can, and there's also one in Pokemon Coliseum that you could transfer to Ruby and Sapphire. Manaphy is in one of the Pokemon Ranger games, the side series more obscure than Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. And that one's weird because you can only obtain it once per game cart, not once per save file, which means kinda, like, if you got a used copy, which at this point you pretty much have to do, then, oh, oops, too bad. Yeah, no Manaphy for you, or maybe it was Fione, I don't remember. Either way, there was probably some other stuff, like the exclusive Z moves that can only be obtained if you have, like, pre-ordered, if you had, like, got the game in, like, a certain amount of time. Just distributions in general. Yeah, it is not uncharacteristic or, like, a non-Pokemon thing to lock a Pokemon to, like, Pokemon Go. Like, you need Pokemon Go. Like, why is that a big deal? I don't get it. Are these people just so against Pokemon Go because, oh, it's a casual game? Like, get off your high horse. It's just a game. Gets people to go out, exercise, it's a social experience. It may not be, like, Pokemon, but, like, why does that make it any less of a, like, any less in general? That shouldn't, I don't see people dissing Mario Kart because, oh, Mario doesn't go around with wheels, he runs and he jumps. Like, if everything was this, like, locked to a game, then Mario Kart would just be like Mario with a different camera angle. And that'd be, like, innovative for the Mario series. Like, things need to change. Things need spin-offs. That's just kind of how it works. This discussion went in a very different way than I expected. God, I was talking like five words per second or something. But yeah, it's just kinda lame. On the other hand, Meltan is adorable. He's just a little silver slime and he's got a little nut. It's adorable. What else can I talk about? I already talked about the PS Classic last episode. I guess it's origin story time. I don't know. As I guess long-time fans of this channel will know, I started this because, well, first of all, a lot of family members, especially one in particular, you know exactly who you are, I know you watch my videos, pressured me to, like, hey, you should start a Let's Play channel, you'd be really good at it. Yeah, okay, thanks, whatever. And then I started doing comments on Lucagen, who, if you don't watch her, she's a great YouTuber. You should watch her Let's Plays, they're great. But, see, the thing is, they're blind. And if you don't know what that is, it just means you're going through a game, like, without having any prior knowledge. So, one of her big policies is to not spoil in the comments. She was playing through, I believe it was Phoenix Wright Justice for All. And I decided to comment, like, if you spoil, Lucagen's gonna be pissed. And then I did that for, like, maybe 2 other episodes. But then I commented, like, if you spoil, you'll make, like, cute and adorable character from that game cry. And people were like, haha, that's pretty funny. So, ever the sucker for validation, I guess. No, I shouldn't say that like that's a bad thing. That's just something, that's just being a person. But anyway, so then I started doing more. And in Phoenix Wright, if you don't know, a lot of characters have puns in their names. I believe one's actually named Saul Bad Guy. So yeah, I had a lot of material. And people just kept reading them and, like, I guess upvoting them. Like and subscribe. No. I mean, do. But you don't have to. Anyway, so, yeah, people just kept reading them and saying, like, I love these comments. And I was like, oh, man, thanks. Aw, that's so sweet. But anyway, so, yeah, I just kind of kept doing them. Kept coming up with puns. And so, eventually, it just kind of became my thing. And occasionally, I'd, like, kind of just throw out there, like, oh, hey, would you guys, like, want to see me do a Let's Play? And I knew that if I was gonna, like, Let's Play anything, this would be the first game that I did, because it's because it's probably tied with either Xenoblade or Xenoblade 2, for my favorite game of all time. It's really nostalgic to me. I played it a while ago on this emulator, then I eventually got my own copy, and also I had the ROM for it on this computer, and that's pretty hard to find nowadays. Don't pirate games, people. It's, like, this is on the Wii U Virtual Console. I just can't record from that, but I've got the copy. Support your creators. But anyway, so I knew it was going to be Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky, and coincidentally enough, that was something that a lot of people had requested Lucajin do, and that has not happened as of yet, and as I've gone over before, I fear for that if that happens, but Lucajin is taking a, I believe, around 2-week break for her honeymoon, and that's adorable and sweet, and I wish her and her husband, Proton John, the best, and I hope they have a wonderful life together, but anyway, so that means I can catch up. But anyway, so I just kept doing it, and eventually I got kinda into doing those comments. I've actually got a spreadsheet now with puns, but it never seems to line up, since, like, I'll anticipate a certain amount of progress being made, and it'll either be, like, less, or, surprisingly enough, usually it's more progress than I expect. And so I'll have to kind of, like, think of something on the fly, maybe base it off the title, but I do, like, go back to the spreadsheet and, like, be like, oh yeah, this one will work, this one will totally work. But, yeah, and people were just like, oh, I like these, and, like, one time, somebody was like, I don't like these are dumb, and it was really, really nice, like, man, I love you guys, like, people were just like, oh, man, dude, it's just a joke. Like, if you don't like it, you don't have to read them. But anyway, that made me realize, hey, I really do kind of have a sort of audience. And then I believe, like, a few episodes after that, I believe at this point that she was into, like, the second Phoenix Wright game. I mean, third. And so she was like, oh, like, whoa, and I was just kept doing them. But I was like, hey, if I did a Let's Play channel, would any of you want to watch it? And a lot of people, and a surprising amount of people were like, yeah. So I was like, maybe I should do this. And eventually I went and said, like, oh, if I made a Let's Play channel and did a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky, would you do it? And then surprisingly, even more people were like, yeah. So then I was like, wow, I guess I really got to do this. But yeah, that was really fun, and it's been, like, I can't stress how, like, just uplifting this has been. Like, it's amazing to have even, like, I know, like, I don't get much, but, like, even thinking about, like, what, my most recent one right now has, like, what, 10, 13 views, but, like, even to have, like, and 3 of those views are probably from me just kind of checking on it, but, like, even, like, having, like, essentially 10 people, like, saying, like, effectively saying, hey, we like this, we kind of like watching you play, and, like, doing this, and that's just really sweet, and it's really, this is really makes me really happy, and damn it, I love you guys, you're great, you're the best. And it's just been an incredibly positive, experience for me. Oh, I'm almost tearing up. It's just, man, I can't thank you guys enough. Like, man. Wow, I really got off track. I mean, I'm still doing the comments, I still got the spreadsheet, but I guess eventually I just kind of was like, yeah, I really want to keep doing this, and I want to make them better. And that's why I started, like, looking into things. I started doing audio in post, because it would always unsync, because the game would lag. And I guess that's where we are right now. And, again, I just can't thank you guys enough. Just having people watch it. It's really wonderful. It's great. I guess back to the game. No, but if again, like, I guess all I ask is, if you know somebody who you think would like this, then just tell them. Back to the game. Everyone, hold up. Ahem, before we begin dinner tonight, I wish to make an announcement. Hey! I've never really figured out a voice for this guy. Maybe I'll have to do that, but probably not. Well, spit it out already, let's eat! You prevent us from eating what's in front of us? This is an outrage! Eek, this is so unfair, I feel faint from hunger. Boo! Boo! Order! I must have order in this court! I'm sure the selection of the expedition members has been on everyone's minds. Our guildmaster has apparently made his final decisions. Whoa! By golly, it's finally settled. The members will be announced at tomorrow morning's briefing. Something to look forward to. Enjoy the torture. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Without further ado, on your marks, let's eat. Alright. The anticipation is gonna mess with you guys. Tomorrow they're finally gonna announce the members of the expedition. I'm feeling sort of nervous. Yes, I know Chowdout said we shouldn't get our hopes up. After all, we didn't bring back any of those perfect apples that Wigglytuff loves so much. But after that, we did work really hard, didn't we? We've done the best we could. Even if we don't get picked, I don't regret a thing. I'm getting drowsy. Let's get some sleep. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's announcement. Okay. Good night. No regrets. Right. But if we're not chosen for the exploration party, Piplup will be crushed. Piplup is trying so hard. I hope Piplup gets to go on the exploration. If we both get chosen for the expedition, that special ability I have may be useful then. Come to think of it, I haven't had any of those dizzy spells recently. I think it's a useful ability, but not being able to see those visions when I want to is frustrating. Thinking about everything too much will keep me from sleeping. I better get to sleep now too. Good night, Piplup. I hope you get chosen tomorrow. There it is, another time gear. Uh-oh. This is the second one. 3 more time gears remain. I must have them. Ooh. Well, see you next episode.